internet world. We're the News 19 Nerds. I'm Lauren.
I'm Leroy. Yeah, they put cheese on this.
Leroy has his popcorn since we're doing a movie review.
Yep.
What movie are we reviewing finally?
The Lion King.
2019 version live action of The Lion King.
Is it really live action? Because I mean...
What would live action be? Real lions?
I mean, these are real lions, but the whole thing was CGI.
Okay, let's talk about the visuals to begin with. Well, what did you think about the movie? How was your movie experience when you went to see it?
It was great. What? No, I liked it.
Right.
We went on a Sunday,
Okay.
me and my wife. And I really didn't. Let me start by saying this. I don't care about The Lion King. Excuse me. It's not one of those movies that was like, it stuck with me. I was like, it's a good Disney movie.
Wasn't this the movie that you didn't go to see and instead went to see Speed?
Mm-hmm. Better movie. Keanu Reeves. But with that being said, went and saw The Lion King, got tickets. Theater was packed. I personally did not mind seeing with other people. My wife, on the other hand, was upset because like people were singing songs, people were talking. I was like,
yeah, there was some talking in my movie too.
And I was like, I don't. It's not. It's funny because normally we're the opposite. If we go see a movie, usually it's a movie I want to see, and I'm like, I want absolute silence. Anything bothers me, shut up. But me, I was laughing like the kids behind me were like, "Ooh," they were just getting all into it. And she was irritated. So I had a good experience. She was a little irritated. I really liked it. I like this better than the original. I do. I think to me it's a different movie. Even though it's the same movie, I liked it. What'd you think?
I thought it was good.
But.
I mean, they literally went frame by frame with the original movie. They extended a couple scenes, but added the Spirit song, Beyonce song, which let me just go ahead and just say this: Beyonce, great. I enjoy The Gift. If you haven't listened to it, it's on Apple, and I'm sure it's on Tidal, her streaming service as well. But
it's on YouTube.
YouTube.
We ain't got to buy it. It's not like Beyonce heard from money.
The Gift is out, so y'all need to listen to it. That's the album that goes with the Lion King movie, but not necessarily the soundtrack. So just want to say that. But I thought that the movie was good. My experience in the theater, we were a lot of people. We went on a Saturday morning.
Y'all went with like the senior citizens and stuff.
Well, we had a special screening. My chapter had a special screening of it, so that's what
chapter.
Yes.
What's your chapter? You a member of an organization?
I am a member of an organization.
An association?
Yes, a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Wow.
Is that y'all did it like
it's so much. My chapter, the Upsilon Omega Omega chapter in Irmo, South Carolina, held the private screening. And my dad and my bonus mom Leslie went. And so we, people had some phone issues. I would say that. So there were some phones going off.
We had one of those too.
People were singing and there was some talking during it at one point too. But what killed me, and this is about to be a spoiler.
How you gonna spoil a movie that could...
Because the movie came out 20 years ago. 25.
First of all, we're not doing spoilers. If you ain't, know what the story.
Spoiler alert: Mufasa dies, right? But during the Mufasa dying part, people were like, "Oh."
Now, when you mean people, you mean grown ass people?
I mean grown people.
Okay. So
because I was expecting the kids to be like, "Oh no," but grown people were in there going, "Mufasa died."
So in my movie theater.
Did that happen during that part? Because like during his little battle scene, like when he was getting hit by
the funniest thing is
what was it? Buffalo?
Antelope.
It was a stampede of
was it wildebeest?
Something like that.
So
wildebeest.
So when Mufasa falls and Scar puts his claws in him and he falls, and remember when Simba is like walking and Simba's like, "Dad?" Yeah. The movie there was quiet. Like everybody was like,
Yeah.
it was like the Iron Man scene. And then one kid on the far right side goes, and everybody broke out because you're like, it was funny, but it was this magical moment where like this kid's first time seeing the Lion King, and it's like, that, like, and you're laughing, but you're like, oh man, this ain't gonna be good for you.
Yeah.
And so I didn't mind that. I didn't mind that. I didn't. So when we saw Aladdin, I felt kind of the same way. I enjoyed seeing it with kids. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed hearing the kids laugh and people, like, they were singing stuff. And there was one little family behind me. I swear to you, Katie got mad, but I was rolling. This little boy got everything wrong. Yeah. And they kept telling him, he's like, oh no. Did Simba just fall? They were like, no, that's Scar. No, that's Simba. Look, he said he got everything wrong. And he was irritating his own family.
Kids watch The Lion King, though.
It was funny because...
You should know this.
That's what was funny to me. Like, they were like... So then there were parts where kids were singing, and then there were parts they were like... Because you're right, they did take the movie. So, like, right when people started saying stuff, they'd said it before. Mm-hmm. So they were, like, saying stuff, and I hadn't seen The Lion King.
Simba's down there.
So I hadn't seen The Lion King in probably 10 years.
Man, yeah, it's been a minute.
So Katie teaches it. In middle school, she teaches, because basically Lion King is Hamlet. Mm. So she uses that as an easy way to teach Shakespeare and to teach some of these relationships and responsibilities. So it's funny to her because she's like, after a while, it gets tedious. And she was like, I felt the time. To me, it didn't seem that long. So that's
it felt long to me.
That's what she
said.
And
I was just like I was in there sometimes kind of.
But let me ask you this, because she said the same thing. She doesn't know what she would cut to make it shorter. I
don't think you needed to make it shorter. What I was talking about, I was speaking with Alicia upstairs. I thought she had seen it, so I was just like, But I thought that it was missing. I would not have had any issue with a more magical element, if that makes sense. Because it's Disney. I'm more just I don't know if they look too real for me, because
man
or what, but
The Lion King.
It looked like it's just
let's go get nominated for an Oscar.
It looked great. It looked great.
Amazing. Do you remember that part where the whatever the field mouse was? Who
was
running through stuff, and then he climbed up on the flower. And then he was up there, and then
the flower kind of tilted. Yeah, tilted.
I was like, yo.
They did an amazing job with some of these shots. I'm like, maybe they did just go out and get animals and just
just dub voices over them.
Yeah, like, DSLR, whatever.
I was like, yo, did they shoot this in 8K?
Right.
Because man,
it looked great.
It did.
I was in a theater that did not have the best sound system, so when that hit in the beginning. It was subpar. But I'm sure if I went to see it in like an IMAX, surround sound, Dolby, whatever kind of sound system, that would hit just right. Because that
THX.
And I needed like, swing ya. I needed that. I needed to feel it. But I didn't. And I'm kind of upset about that. I might go back and watch it again in theaters just so I can get that.
Sounds like your chapter got a crappy movie.
No, it's just, I don't know if it was the morning, because we went early in the morning and so.
Y'all had the people who were hungover from last night.
They're like, oh, they need sound? My bad.
So that happened, that did actually happen to me one time. I forget what movie I went to. It's something recent. Where they just messed up the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Like, bro, wasn't that bad? We don't know what's going on.
I'm out. Deuces. Give me my money back. I'm out. I can't. But I really liked it.
Overall, I thought it was good. I know that there were some mixed reviews. I had mixed reviews too. Because
really?
Because I'm just, one, I did not like the way they did Be Prepared.
Now, a lot of people have been complaining about that. And one of our commenters, because when we talked about and you mentioned they have to be prepared. And I'm trying to remember who it was. I'm sorry, I should have looked this up before it came out here. Because he brought it up. One of our commenters, subscribers says, there's no way in the world they're going to be able to pull off Be Prepared. Because the hyenas were doing the Nazi salute.
We don't need that. I just needed
the hyenas were doing the Nazi. Remember they were doing
I remember they were doing the Nazi salute.
That was like,
that was not right.
No, you can't have that.
And they were walking and just looking.
Because I went back and watched Be Prepared, And I was like, yo, I don't even think the song is gonna be in there.
The song had to be in there, like a snip, but it was a snippet. It really was a snippet, and I thought that they could have done a little bit more.
The reason why I think and my wife brought this up too, and a couple other people I talked to who saw it, felt the reason why Be Prepared was scaled down was because Jeremy Irons was Scar the first time. Mm-hmm. This was Chiwetel Ejiofor. I always get his last name right, but I always mess up the first part.
Ejiofor.
I know how to say Ejiofor. So they're two totally different actors. Yeah. Both classically trained, both very great actors.
He was great. I loved him in this.
Both very different in their delivery of Scar. Jeremy Irons was very dramatic. He was was like that, and then he was sneaky the whole time. Ejiofor was evil.
Yeah.
Like he was.
There was a sinister feeling to everything he delivered.
And so you couldn't do Be Prepared the way Irons pulled off Be Prepared, because he was just that extra Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he would remember when he would do stuff, he have his hands like this.
Yeah.
Ejiofor wasn't like that. He literally
like when I said Simba's down there.
Yeah. But
Stampede in the gorge.
Ejiofor he was terrifying.
He was terrifying.
As soon as he showed up on screen. Because when you had that black and he came out and you knew something was there but you didn't know what, and Scar came out and he was like, we're the same. And the way he's talking, to me, he was so menacing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, everybody else could have been replaced except for Mufasa, who was James Earl Jones.
Yeah, James Earl Jones said, you know what, I'm going to get up off the couch and come out there and say a few lines for y'all.
But I really did, and I thought with Jeremy Irons not coming back, I thought the movie would suffer. Because you didn't have two great actors against each other. But Ejiofor, to me, I came into this thinking Beyonce was gonna kill it, and Ejiofor was gonna bring it down. Like I thought Ejiofor was gonna be the worst part of the movie. He was gonna be like everybody else was here.
Why did you think that going in?
Because I thought Jeremy Irons, even though I'm not a real big Lion King person,
you didn't think he would be able to live up to the
Jeremy. If you go back and look at Jeremy Irons in that movie, man, he is hilarious.
Yeah. He's
not very scary to me, but he is just so dastardly.
Yeah.
And I didn't think Ejiofor could pull that off.
But he brought a different
take to it. And I was so shocked by it. And so as soon as he came on screen, I was like, because if you look, we even talked about it. We thought Scar looked the worst out of but he just looked like a beat up lion.
Yeah.
But he brought it. Mm-hmm. And so I was really impressed with that.
Speaking of this, I've been seeing so many things on Facebook and just comments, memes or who. Somebody said, who is Nala's dad? Because we don't know. There's like 2 male lions. But I think in the second Lion King, I think they brought it up. But the Lion King Simba's Pride, they brought it up. But anyways, so speaking of Nala, Beyonce.
What'd you think?
So y'all know I'm a Beyonce stan. I love Beyonce.
As part of the Beehive.
I thought that her voice is so distinct.
You can't
separate Beyonce from. But at one point in the movie, I was like cool with it. And I was cool with it the whole time, but at one point I forgot that she was Beyonce, and I was like, oh, Nala's trying to get Simba to come back home.
So me and Katie had this debate where I was like, Beyonce's voice is so unique. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to not see, I just saw Beyonce's face on the lion, kind of like that Cats movie. I was like, that's Beyonce.
We're not bringing up Cats to the Lion King. I was different.
I was like, that's Beyonce.
It might be the same family, but
there were 2 people who I was like, y'all are just playing yourselves. Her and John Oliver.
John Oliver was playing himself. Oh my goodness. Him
as Zazu. I was like, yo.
Him and Billy Eichner.
Billy Eichner
and Seth Rogen were amazing.
They were amazing.
I love Timon and Pumbaa in this. They were great.
They were awesome. And I'm telling you, John Oliver was awesome. But I didn't see a
saw
bird.
His face. I saw his face.
I want to give that bird glasses.
But I think it's because we know these people as you know as actors and entertainers and everything. But I think I wish I could have seen this as a child, this version as a child and not know.
And would you have not known?
Not knowing who those people are.
Yes.
I probably still would have known who Beyonce was, but not knowing the other, actors, I feel like they brought it. Like they really did.
And that's why I said Beyonce,
life to these characters.
It wasn't that Beyonce was bad.
She has a very distinct voice.
I thought it was just. I don't want to say middle of the road. She was okay compared to everybody else. Because again, you're going up against James Earl Jones.
I will say during the time when she was escaping, when she was leaving Pride Rock, and she was getting ready to go out and find Simba or find help. I feel like during that time, I think she did a good job. Like in that back and forth.
The question was that her or was that just the great animators? Just like.
Well, no, because she was talking to Sarabi and and Zazu and so there was some dialogue there.
You're right.
So she was like, "Look, I'm going to get help." Now Nala in the cartoon was cute. Nala had a little was a little sexy lion. So Beyonce,
I want y'all to remember
that sex appeal.
I want y'all to remember somebody in here, wasn't me, said Nala was a sexy lion.
Y'all know her eyes looked a little bit more cute, like more almond shaped than everybody else's on the. I'm for real. Like, if you watch the cartoon, don't do that. On the cartoon, her eyes did look more.
In the description, I'm writing sexy line. I'm writing sexy line in the description.
Review sexy line.
But yeah, I thought Beyonce was good. But I just thought everybody else brought it.
Yeah.
And because the thing is, when I saw her, I was like, that's Beyonce. And when Zazu showed up, I was like, that's John Oliver, man. I was like, you're just doing Late Tonight.
It's almost like he had a little tux on.
I was like, man, you're just doing your show with lions.
With his colors on his feathers and stuff.
Only time I did not see John Oliver was every time somebody tried to eat him.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's when I was like, you John Oliver.
The hyenas, because Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, and Cheech.
And one thing I also missed, Mufasa.
Ooh.
I missed that.
I will say this. Michael Keegan and Eric Andre were hilarious.
They were great.
I thought, me and Katie were, because we thought that was Ike Barinholtz from the Mindy Project, Blockers. We thought it was him, The League. Yeah. It wasn't. I forgot that Eric Andre was in it. And Keegan says, in one of the interviews he did, when he was auditioning, he said, look, just don't make me the stupid one. And he was like, that's who
it was in the cartoon.
I was rolling. He was like, hey, you go give me some space.
Personal space. He's talking about this.
He said, we talked about it. And then he moved over. And
here we go.
He's like, okay, now you're just doing it. Keegan was like, the comedic hits, I'm going to tell you right now, the animation and the comedic timing.
It was great.
Was beautiful.
That was great.
Like Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner, when old boys, remember when they were singing Hakuna Matata and Simba was still singing? And
Donald Glover was still singing. They were like, this is our song.
Yeah.
Like, you can stop now. Like, we've sung it already. It was great.
They killed it. When he was a young warthog.
Yeah, he didn't hit that note at all.
He did,
but
it was still funny.
It was funny.
And then when Seth Rogen said, yeah, man, we need to find some bait. Where we go? And then all three of them were looking at him.
He's like, we need something, simple, plump, juicy. And he's describing himself.
I was like, in the shot of Simba, Nala, and I was like, and they just was.
And I think Rafiki was over there too, right?
No, Rafiki wasn't there yet.
He wasn't there yet.
Now, you know who the voice of Rafiki is, right?
No.
Black Panther's dad.
Oh, really?
John Kanai.
Oh.
Yep. It's killing me because I couldn't, I knew everybody, those were the only two voices I didn't know.
Chaka?
Because I couldn't figure out, but everybody was hitting it. The little girl who plays Nala is the little girl from Us.
Yep.
Oh. So, hey, watch out for her. She's
going to do great. Big things.
She's going to be killing it soon. Y'all go, man, her and old girl from Blackish and Little.
Marseille Martin?
Yes. Those two little girls. Man, look out!
Things. Yeah, they're doing big things.
I enjoy this. Katie said that my wife and a lot of people said that I probably liked it, especially my wife, because the singing was muted. It wasn't as much. It was more.
It was spread out.
It was spread out, but it was more grounded. It wasn't like these big, like you said, it was these fantastic magical songs.
And I needed magic. It's a Disney movie. Magic. Disney.
To
magic.
Me, I'm be honest with you, I didn't need that. I loved it. Like it literally was like watching Blue Planet. It was it literally was like watching a nature.
Yo, I love Blue Planet. Blue Planet 2?
Son,
that's all we watched this past weekend too.
Son,
I was like,
that's what the Lion King was. It basically was Blue Planet, and I'm like, yo, are they real? Like, I can't tell you what was fake and what was real.
Did they have real?
I don't know. The fight with Simba and
Scar
at the end. I'm like, did y'all really do y'all have weather powers or something? Because the way that movie,
the rain looked great.
The fire looked great.
I forgot about so during the fight scene, I knew I was waiting on them. It took a little bit longer for them to flick the flames in Simba's face, and I was like, it's right there, Scar. Just flick him in his face, bruh. We know this is about to happen. And again, people in the theater, oh! Me and my dad were just like.
Now, let me ask you this. Because you took your parents,
Yeah.
and you talked about they were late on getting the Black Panther. Did they love the Lion King back in the day? So was this like, oh, this was pretty good?
Yeah,
or
my dad.
they
My dad said to this, but he loved the Lion King. We would sing,
Because
songs
like I said, I personally like this one a little more, only because I love the realness and the representation. I love the voices. The girl, Alfred Woodard. Oh, she was. I love her. Her and Viola Davis, their voice. Like, I want them to voice more stuff. Because at first I thought that's Alfred Woodard, and I just remember when the way she talked reminded me of her character in Civil War when she talked to Robert Downey Jr. about her son died, and I could just hear the hurt of a mom.
Yeah.
When Simba died, I was like, ooh.
I don't know if you guys have seen the GIF of all the lions going, yes.
No, I have not seen that. Oh,
but I wanted that moment when they were all roaring.
Speaking of memes, did you go through the movie just seeing the different memes?
Yes.
So remember when he was like, everything the light touches is ours. All I kept thinking of was the Superman meme when he's talking to Superboy and he's like, all the light touches is ours. And he's like, what's that over there? That's Gotham. Don't go there.
Don't go there.
That's Gotham. That's where Batman lives.
Yeah, but
it's just like all the memes. Or like the one where they're holding up, where Rafiki's holding up Simba. Yeah. And it's like, don't you hate when you gotta go to work because your boss had a baby? It's like, so because of the Lion King.
It's so influential. It's influenced so many people's lives. It's influenced other movies. Yes. Even though this is a Hamlet storyline. So it's following that Hamlet storyline.
It's a Broadway
influenced
play.
Black Panther. You got the Broadway play. Yeah. I mean, and I wish they would have incorporated "He Lives in You" or "They Live in You" song from the play. From Broadway into this, because
I wonder if some of those songs will end up on the soundtrack.
They did. That ended up on the soundtrack, but it was I think Swahili version of it, or I believe that's Swahili.
Like I said, I enjoyed it. I really did. Ooh,
that popcorn hit you back.
It's coming back.
You can't be on that popcorn like this before a review, during a review.
I'm gonna tell you right now. After this review, I'm gonna go get some more popcorn. I love popcorn. I can't. But no, I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I got to take my wife. I was really happy, even though the kids were somewhat annoying for some people. Yeah. They made me laugh because it was fun, just like Aladdin, to hear kids watch and to hear the oohs and ahs. It reminded me of the Avengers movies, where you're watching this movie with a collective of people. You're enjoying it. You know you're going to get top notch. Yeah. Even though we all know the beats, we all know the story, it was still a good time. Yeah. And like I said, my favorite part of the movie was hearing this kid so engrossed that he's like, Dad? And you could hear the parents like, it's gonna be okay. And I'm like, yo, you gonna have a nice long car ride home. You got to explain. But it really was having that moment and sharing it with people. And that's what I enjoyed. And that's why I said, and again, we know Lion King basically made $500 million opening weekend. So we know the story. We know it's going to make money. Now it's just a matter of how many people buying this DVD or this Blu-ray when it comes out. Because I'm saying right now.
You know what? If I just to experience it again with some surround sound, I'm gonna buy it.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't own. I'm going back buying my wife all of the Disney movies on Blu-ray. Mm-hmm. I will buy Aladdin live action, and I will buy this live action when it comes out because I really did like these movies.
Okay.
I love the characters in it from Aladdin. Old girl who played Jasmine, she did an awesome job. Will Smith did an awesome job as a genie.
Yeah.
In this, Donald Glover was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw, as soon as grown Simba did this, and he was grown. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I really enjoyed it.
I was like, oh my gosh, it's childish.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, this is Atlanta. I was like, who's Brian Tyree Henry? I was like, yo. Where we gonna see
this? Is great.
Where's Zazie Beetz? I was like, yo, I really enjoyed this movie.
Now, don't go to the movie theaters thinking you're gonna get anything different from what you saw in the cartoon. This is the exact same, frame by frame. A little bit of extended scenes. A little extra scenes. But I mean, even down to when Simba was running after Rafiki and he was climbing through the trees and that's the same.
When the kids were running from the hyenas in the downstairs and they were son, when they were digging them up, all I could think of was a freaking National Geographic documentary. Because I was like, yo, they are real, I was like, yo, this is the meerkats? All I could think of was Meerkat Manor. I was like, yo, this is what they do.
Just like this.
All I could think of was watching Meerkat Manor with my granddad. We watching National Geographic. I was like, this movie looks so real. So if you did not like the original,
don't go see this.
If you don't like real animals, don't go see this. If you don't like happiness, don't go see this.
But if you like all those things, then go see this.
This is a movie for you.
Yep.
I mean, so we know what we need more Lion King in the world.
We do.
This was a good movie. You know what? I give it 4.5 out of 5 Simbas.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 4.
I give it 4.5 because the updated voice actors were on par. Mm-hmm. I hate to say this, don't come at me. Beyonce did a good job, but
I knew she would. Y'all, she's very distinct.
She got to work on her acting abilities
because in a crowd.
Because it's so unique, her voice.
She can't change her voice.
I know, but it's like
they didn't get Beyonce and say, Beyonce, don't sound like you though. We don't want you to because they love her voice.
True, but I was like, I really wanted her to be something different. And I got used to it, but Beyonce was the only, and keep in mind, Beyonce was here. It's just that everybody else was up here. Yeah. Because I'm telling you right now, I really thought Ejiofor was going to bring it down. I thought if Scar isn't on point, everything else falls apart. He was incredible. Yeah. I want him to be a bad guy in everything now. Because I'm like,
he did a really good job.
He killed it. And I can't speak enough about this movie. I really liked it. I'm going to buy it, so I give it 4 out of 5 Simbas.
Y'all tell us what you think.
Like and subscribe. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, WLTX.com. YouTube, yeah, where you see us right now. So let us know what you think. If you saw it, you buying it. If you liked it, you liked the original, didn't like this one. I don't know. Let us know. So all you sexy lions out there.
You're not gonna let me live this down.
Nope.
Y'all know what I'm talking about though. She had the almond-shaped eyes, a little bit more of, looked like she had a liner on her.
Have you seen the picture? They use it as a GIF of when she does that thing with the neck like this.
Yes. Sexy lion. Okay.
Son, I'm gonna go find that picture and put it on your Facebook page.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go find that. I'm gonna tweet it at you. I'm gonna text it to you. I'm gonna find that picture.
Thanks for watching, y'all.
We out. Bye.